Hey everybody, I'm Adam White with SEOscheduler.com. I just wanted to make this video and explain a few things. From the videos that we made before, we've had a lot of questions about SEO Scheduler, what it does, what it's all about, and I wanted to answer some of those questions that we've been getting. So I have this little sheet here of questions that I wrote down that I wanted to address. So the first one is, what level of knowledge or experience do I have to actually be able to optimize my website? And when I actually created SEO Scheduler, what I did was I had the beginner in mind. In other words, a person that had no SEO knowledge or experience whatsoever. So when I wrote out exactly what you had to be doing, the tasks and everything, it all comes with very, very, very specific instructions. Like step one, go to this website, click on this link. There's a snapshot of the website and the link you got to click on. Step two, type in this word. It's literally that specific on the instructions because I wanted anyone to be able to do it and make sure that it was done properly. So as far as what level of expertise you need to have or technical know-how, we have all kinds of tutorials and videos and like I said, instructions with snapshots to cover everybody no matter what level you're at. So hopefully that answers that question for you. All right, next question. Will this work for my small business? This one's more of a question of, for example, let's say that I own a lawn service company in Portland, Oregon. Will this, and I have a website that only targets that general region. Will SEO Scheduler work for this, or is it only going to have me target national or global things? And the cool thing about SEO Scheduler is it does take into account if you have just a very geographically specific location, and if you're going for terms that are global or national or whatever. So, it asks you, right, when you very first go to set up your key phrases that you're going to try and rank for, it asks you, do you target a geographic region? Then it asks you, is it city, is it state, is it national, so it just asks you all those questions, and then it creates your key phrases based on that. So it works really well for local small businesses that have a national appeal or are targeting nationwide terms, or if you're going after global terms, it works for that as well. Next question we get is, how much time does it take? Now this is an interesting one because the software is based on tasks. In other words, you're going to get new tasks that are assigned a few a day, not even a few a day, probably one a day maybe, and it could take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes a day. I don't know, sometimes less, sometimes a little more, but it just depends. So as long as you kind of log in maybe once a day for 20 minutes, that's all you'll ever need to do. If you let the tasks start to pile up, then we have a system that automatically reschedules them for you, so you don't have to worry about that either. And then we also have the feature to be able to pause the tasks if you feel like you're getting behind or you can't work on the SEO. So how long it takes, it doesn't really take that long, but it just depends on where you're at and how quickly you want to do the tasks. Okay, next question is, how much does it cost? That's a common question we get. Now, the actual software, there is a fee associated to use the software. It's just like any other thing, but it's very inexpensive. Probably the most inexpensive way to optimize your website that I've ever seen. And based on the fact that I've done optimization for other people and how many thousands of dollars that I would charge them, it's almost free. So anyway, that's the cost. But having said that, there are tasks that I'm going to give you that do have a fee associated with them. For example, I may tell you to go buy links from a certain place. Now, I don't profit from that at all, but it's your business, and it'd be crazy to think that you can have a successful business without ever spending any money on marketing. It's just the way it is. So I tell you, here's a place to go to spend your money. If you're going to spend money on your business anyway for marketing reasons, here's the best way to spend it for SEO. And that's why. So some of the tasks I give you do have a cost associated with it. It's usually not very much, but it is there. So don't be surprised when you see a task saying, "Hey, go buy links from this guy. That's going to cost you $150 or something like what." I don't know what the price is. Just depends. But anyway, that will happen. So yes, there are other costs associated with it. I don't profit from them. I'm just advising you. This is how you do it. Now, every single task, almost every task we tell you is optional. So you don't have to necessarily, especially if they cost money, they're always optional. So you don't have to do that. It's just, I'm trying to guide you in the best way to optimize your site and the way that it's going to be the most effective and you'll have the best results. And you can still get really good results without ever having to spend any money on other tasks, or on like link building or anything like that. but it'll probably be quicker for you if you do it the way I recommend. So that answers that question on costs. Okay, next question is, how long does it take to get results? Now that's a very common question, and it really depends on your website, who your competitors are, how well they know SEO, how long your website's been around, what the age of it is. If you've already done any type of link building. I mean, there's a lot of factors that play into that, so it's really hard to say. I'd say typically, though, on average, you're probably looking at about between 3 to 6 months, where you start to see real results, where you're like, wow, this is working really well. One of the common myths of SEO is that it's just a one-time thing and you're done, and unfortunately, it's just not the way it works. I mean, you got to think of it in these terms. If you have competitors that are trying to rank above you, they're doing SEO, you can't stop, because then they're going to end up beating you. So it's something you always have to be doing. That's just the way it is. But if you're worried about, oh, am I ever going to have to pay SEO Scheduler forever? Like I said, when you get to the top, there's what you have to do is a lot less. But at the same time, if I've helped you get to the top, you're probably making a lot more money, and so it's not going to really be a big concern anyways. So that answers that question. Next question, how does the software actually work? So the way that it works is, it's basically like, I tried to develop it in a way that it was almost like as if I was coming to you and sitting down beside you at your office and saying, here's the next thing you need to do to optimize this site. Here's how we optimize this page. Here are the key phrases we want to target. So it's I try to put my stamp on it a lot, as far as having a personal voice to it. I give you instructions, like I told you before, where to go, what to do. There's videos, tutorials that I do that you'll be able to watch. I mean, it's basically a task-based software. So you're gonna log in and see, today we have this task due, and then tomorrow's this task is due, and then here's the task for the rest of the week. So it's just as simple as that. Now, I also walk you through the optimization process on your pages as well. Like, I help you optimize your homepage and choose key phrases and do the titles and meta tags and descriptions, or the descriptions and the content, and then just all of the stuff that needs to be done on the pages themselves. I help you through that, and then we go into the link building and the ongoing maintenance. But anyway, like I said, it's the best that I could come up with for me to be able to be your SEO consultant, but it's just in an automated way. Okay, next question. Why is SEO so important? Hopefully you know why it's important, but here's the bottom line. You can get traffic to your website in one of two ways. You can get it through SEO, which is free traffic that comes from the search engines, or you can pay for the traffic, or hope that people just naturally type in your website name because they just thought of it, which is it's a pipe dream. So you're gonna have to pay for traffic, or you can get it through SEO. Those are the two ways, basically. So SEO is awesome because it's all free traffic and it's 100% qualified and targeted. I mean, if you sell blue widgets and somebody types in blue widgets and they come to your site, they're already looking for the thing that you sell, and it's very easy to sell them because they're already looking for that thing. I mean, it's just an amazing way to be able to get targeted traffic to your website, and you don't have to pay for it. That's the great thing about SEO. So if you have an AdWords campaign and you're paying for AdWords all the time, you get to, you can shut that off. I can't tell you how many people I've helped shut off their AdWords because their SEO was driving enough traffic and driving enough business, and they didn't have to pay for AdWords anymore, and it just helped them make more profit at the end of the month. So, next question. Will this work with all Google updates? Well, that's the cool thing about the way that I teach SEO, is I teach it very white hat. And what white hat means, if you haven't heard that term before, is you follow the guidelines exactly. You do everything the way that it should be done. And so, we just had recently, a little while ago, the Penguin update that Google did, and it was a big change and big update. A lot of people lost rankings, and I had literally right after that update hit, I had a guy emailed me saying, hey, my rankings all just went up. I'm not number 2 for my main key phrase, and everything else is moving up too. And that was after the update, and the reason why is because we do it the right way. So people that aren't doing it the right way, they get affected by the updates, but your SEO only becomes stronger as the updates happen. Okay, next question. What if this doesn't work for me? I have a lot of people that are like, I like your software, I want to try it, but what if it doesn't work? And we have that's why I put in place a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. If you try out the software, do it for a month. If you don't like it, if it just doesn't work for you, just send me an email and I'll give you your money back. I'm not going to complain or get mad, or it may not be for everybody. So try it out for 30 days and let me know what you think. Okay, last question. Do I have to commit to a contract? I don't believe in contracts. I don't really like them myself. So I don't do that. You know, you can come and try it out for a month and stop. You can go 2 months and stop. You can go for 3 days and stop. It's really up to you. I don't believe in any type of long-term contracts. Although I will say that SEO, you can't really do it in 30 days or 5 days or a week. It takes a while to really see the results. But you know, so you know, if you would care about getting high rankings, you're going to want to commit to a few months at least to do that. But I don't have any, you know, there's no contract you have to sign or anything. Just come try the software out and, you know, use it for as long as you like. So hopefully that was helpful. You know, that answers some of the questions that you might have had. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me. My email is SEO@SEOscheduler.com. While you're a member and you have questions, if there's something that's not clear, send me an email. That's literally my email address. I get it and I'll respond to it. So hopefully that was helpful, and you know, go try out the software and see what you think. SEOscheduler.com. Thanks a lot, guys.